Welcome to your class, beautiful people. Thank you so much for being right here, right now, wherever you are in the world right now. It's so good to know that you're there. Let's come to find our breaths as we usually do. Beginning of our class, beginning of our practice. So settle into a comfortable seated position, blanket or big fluffy pillow, bolster beneath your hips, even a chair. Anything that's going to elevate you. And once again, play with this idea of centering the pelvis. We talk about the pelvis like it's a big bowl of water. See if you can still the water, still the bowl right in its central position. And when you're ready, grow your spine up tall. Let your hands rest gently on your thighs. Relax the shoulders away from the bottoms of your ears. And maybe float the head up, hug the chin. And once you're ready, once the time feels right, allow the eyelids to close. Maybe just listen for the breath at first. It's normal pace. Is it smooth? Is it ragged? Is it compressed? Or is it expansive? Maybe for the next 4 cycles of breath, at your own pace, at your own time, deepen your inhales and deepen your exhales. Perhaps even listening specifically for the sounds of your breath, making them audible, making it a sensory experience in your body, breathing in your ears. And after your 4th audible exhale, allow the breath to come back to natural, back to its soft, regular pace. And slowly focus on sending the breath into the belly. Inhaling and maybe puffing out the belly. Softening the belly inward with the exhale. On your next inhale, send out the sides of the waist. Grow expansive through the sides of your body. Imagine that bell that is your rib cage opening up like an umbrella. Gently hugging in at the sides of your waist with your exhale, opening and closing in time with your own pace. Now send your breath to the very center of your chest, the space just around your heart. And let the breath fill up your lungs. Maybe feel the chest rise, the very center of the breastbone float upward with the inhale and soften down and in with the exhale. For 4 more cycles of breath, let's see if we can link these 3 areas. Breathe first into the belly, puff it out. Open the sides of the waist, expand the ribs, fill the chest with the inhale. And exhale, unlock the belly, hug the sides of the waist, and soften the chest. Inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Just see how the body can learn to grow expansive with the breath. A sense of filling up space, being present and every molecule, every cell of the body can be achieved with the breath. Take 2 more cycles of breath in the belly, the ribs, and the chest, filling up everywhere, even your spleen. And exhale from even your spleen. 1 more cycle. Keeping your eyes closed. I invite you now to perhaps draw your hands together at your heart, cross both hands over your chest, or if it's preferable for you today, just keep hands softly in your lap. Whatever speaks to you, and take this moment now to perhaps set an intention for yourself, set a theme or a hope you hope to get from your practice. That theme, let that intention bubble up to your mind space. Rest with it there. Take in 1 more breath, 1 more exhale. And when you're ready, slowly linger the eyelids open. Take a soft gaze in front of you, perhaps glance down at your mat, your fingertips. If your hands are at your heart center, let them gently rest in your lap. We begin today's class just slowly warming up the shoulders. Inhale, shrug shoulders all the way up to your earlobes. And exhale, down the back side of the body. Thinking about opening the center of the heart, the center of the chest. Can you expand the clavicle, that soft skin at the front of your chest? As you exhale, open. 1 more shoulder shrug, all the way up to your earlobes. And gently relax down. Take 1 more moment to grow the spine up tall, straight up out of the pelvis. Even let the head flex and bobble, levitate away from the neck. Take a big, full bellied inhale, breathe in. And on the exhale, drop right ear to right shoulder. Maybe even extend the right hand all the way down, wherever you might be sitting. Those magic fingers, depressing shoulders. On your next natural inhale, all the way back up to center. Breathe out, recenter yourself for the spine up tall. And exhale, opposite ear to opposite shoulder. Maybe it's enough to rest here. Maybe you're like me, like magic fingers that deepen the stretch, deepen the sensation on the side of the neck. Wonderful place to be right now. On your next natural inhale, come back through center. Good. We'll just warm up the neck, looking side to side, first of all. Oh, this is so lovely. And slowly begin to draw little semicircles with the nose, like you're drawing a little half smile or a piece of macaroni. And listening to what your body needs, what your brain needs. Maybe resting with the head down, there's space, stretching the back of the neck, stretching those dinosaur bones in your cervical spine. Once you're ready, maybe take your time coming back up to neutral. And we're going to begin with the rest of our class in standing position at the top of our mats. So take your time to get there. Move any props out of the way. Keep a blanket handy if you have one at home. That way, you can take it beneath your knees just a little bit. And I'll move to a standing position. Take a second here. Take your feet hip distance apart. Perhaps play with coming onto the balls of your feet, rocking back onto the heels, until you can find that sense of balancing in all four corners of your feet. So hips are stacked just above knees and ankles. And that bell that is our rib cage, think about dinging and donging it to right up over the center of the pelvis, spine going up tall. Shrug the shoulders up to your ears one more time. And as you exhale, roll the shoulders back and down so you can broaden the chest. Maybe take the palms facing me, facing whatever you're staring at right now. And hug the pinkies in towards the sides of your waist. Yeah, that little bit of contraction broadens the chest. Good. As you inhale, gently bend into the knees to find a little bounce. Sweep the arms out and overhead. Reach up tall with the breath. Take a hold of your left wrist. And just give a gentle tug in that position. If you have space in your spine, you can bend even more gently into your knees and send your hips out. Or if you'd like a little balance challenge today, cross the left ankle in front of your right. Good. Ooh, beautiful. Sweep the fingers up one more time and take the fingers, the arms, almost out into a V, and see if you can maybe just glance the very tops of your eyes, your peripheral vision, and see your fingertips. Relax the shoulders down, and then draw the hands back. Good. Good. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, slowly begin to hinge from the hips, pouring everything out. Like your whole upper body is a vessel of water. Forward fold. Good. Heaviness, the front of the head, length in the back of the neck, even relaxing the back of the neck if you feel comfortable. Take a moment and just wag your tail, shake your hips back and forth. I mean, we're all at home, so no one's watching, right? On your next natural inhale, bring your hands to your shins, come up halfway to a flat spine position. Maybe even take the thumbs and press them into the hip creases to actively send the hips back and behind you. Crown of the head floats away in front of you. Lots of length in the spine. As you exhale, come back down, heavy in the hips, and find a chair pose. Caught you there. Bring your hands to your heart center and take a breath. Sit up tall, hug the low ribs into your belly so that bell that is the rib cage is once again balanced over the pelvis. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up and forward back into your V. On your next natural inhale, press into both feet, stand up tall, reach up tall. Grab a hold of, this time, the right wrist, the left wrist. Oh boy, this is going to be fun, isn't it? And give a gentle bend in the opposite direction. Good. A little bounce in the knees and send the hips to the side. Or cross the right leg over the left. Good. A little balance challenge. Beautiful. Take in one more breath and come back to neutral. Uncross your legs if you've taken it. Replant down into all four corners of your feet. Reach up tall on the inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Pour everything out of the pelvis, bending from the hips. Inhale, come up halfway, hands to your shins. Spine long and straight. Crown of the head floats away from you. Wait for your next natural exhale. Sink your hips and find a chair pose one more time. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms forward. Find your chair pose. Good. Hold it in. And lengthen the spine. Good. Inhale. Press into the feet. Reach up tall. Hands to heart center. On the exhale. Okay. I think we're going to do one more of those sequences. So plant the feet hip distance apart. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Good. On the next inhale, hands to your shins. Come up halfway. Lots of length in the spine. Exhale, sink the hips. Chair pose, hands at heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms out and overhead. Hold the knees tight. Good. Good. Find a breath, and on your next natural inhale, press into the feet, reach up tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Amazing. Amazing. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. One more time. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. This time, plant both palms down onto the mat and step onto all fours. Come to meet in our tabletop foundation. I'm going to turn this way. Make sure you're really clawing your all 10 fingertips into the mat. Good, so you can almost lift the upper body. There's a buoyancy there. As you inhale, draw the chest forward. Let the sit bones tilt up towards the sky. Exhale, blow the air out from the belly. Hug the belly button upward as you curl the spine. And inhale, and back to our cow pose. Exhale. And let's find maybe 4 or 5 more rounds of cat-cow. Just following the pace of your own breath. Maybe if it feels good today, circle the hips back and forth. Just wake up slowly. Maybe it even feels good to dip back and find a quick child's pose. Just listening to what feels nutritious, my favorite yoga word. Once you're here, we'll pause in a neutral position in our tabletop foundation. Engage the belly before we move on. So take a big full-bodied inhale, puff the belly all the way out, and then blow the air out through your mouth. See if you can find that hug sensation where it feels like the whole belly is pulling into your belly button. Krista talks about the low belly zipping up. See if you can hold that sensation, protecting your low spine as you send the right leg long behind you. Again, if you'd like to take the option to balance today, you could reach the left fingertips forward, you could lift the left arm, or today, you might just keep it planted where you are. And think about extending here. So coming back to that engagement in the low belly, can you send the leg all the way long from the belly? Can you send the head long from the belly as well? So lengthen the leg, lengthen the spine. Gently let the gaze fall maybe a couple inches forward. Bring the left hand back beneath your shoulder. As you exhale, curl the right knee in towards your chest. Curl the spine up, maybe even the neck. And send it long. We'll do 3 crunches on this side. Curling in, tapping and sending long. Following the breath. Good. Send it long. Tap the right toes down to the mat and roll onto the insole of your right heel. Good. Take the left leg and rotate back. You have the whole leg inside of its socket there. Once you've found your stability on your left hand, open the right arm up towards the sky for a gentle sun plank. Beautiful. Reach long. Think about growing the length between your fingertips. Excellent. And again, we always have that option of perhaps hugging the right hip up into the belly, Lifting the right leg or not. Wherever you are, come to bring that right foot back firmly onto the ground. Bring both hands onto the ground and walk towards the right side of your mat. And then lift the upper body. Good, so we'll find our gate pose. Right leg long, pressing into the pinky toe side of the right foot. Inhale, sweep both hands up and overhead. Take a big full body stretch and let the right hand float gently down towards the right leg as you reach up and over. Almost like a reverse warrior. Find that length in the left side of the body. And windmill everything back down. Step into your plank pose. High plank, low plank, whatever you choose today. I'll take a low plank. Inhale for just a moment. Again, hug the low belly in and think about growing everything in both directions from the very center of your core. Reach long. Exhale, slowly bend at the elbows. Lower the chest. Hips and thighs on a diagonal. Untuck the toes, press the pubic bone into the mat, the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale and find your cobra. Reach the heart forward. Good. Exhale, lower back down. On your next natural inhale, press through tabletop foundation, tuck the toes and lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Press through both of your heels. March it out. Wag your tail back and forth. Slowly take an inhale and glance forward. On the exhale, gently bring both knees back to the ground. We'll find a tabletop foundation one more time. Inhale, draw your heart forward. Exhale, curl the spine up. Inhale, one more round of cat-cow. Just bringing the spine back to life, back to neutral. Good. Once again, fill the belly up all the way with air. And blow it out. Find that little hug, that sense of contraction. That's life, that's prana, right? Extend the left leg long this time, long behind you, keeping the hips level as if you could balance a tray of breakfast. And again, reach the legs straight out of the belly, grow the head, grow the spine towards the front of your mat. Reach the right arm forward or tap the fingers down, whatever you choose today. I'm gonna take mine back beneath my shoulder. I'm gonna do 3 crunches on the side. Inhale, reach long. On the exhale, curl left knee in towards your chest. Left spine to squirm and curve. Good. Keep the hips level if possible. Good. One more. Make it strong. Make it slow. Make it intentional. Good. Reach long. Tap the left toes this time down to the mat and roll onto the insole of your left foot. Wrap the entire right leg behind you. Give you a swivel out, a little kickstand. Once you're ready, open the left arm up towards the sky and we'll find a side plank on this side. We'll reach long, fingertip to fingertip, as if you're pulling the arms outward. And again, for those that are interested in building a little bit of strength in the sides of the waist, lift the left leg. Everything emanating from the center of your belly, the center of your core. Slowly bring both hands down in front of you and walk to the left side of your mat. Rise up tall into a variation of our high kneel, left leg long, pressing into the pinky toe side of your left foot. Reach all 10 fingertips skyward. And this time, let the left hand float down to the left leg, stretch into the right side of the body. Gate pose. Find length, find some strength. Slowly let the exhale windmill both arms back down and step back into your plank. High or low, whatever you choose. Good. On an inhale, stretch long through the heels, long through the crown of the head. And exhale, we'll slowly lower down to the mat. Chest, hips, and thighs all at the same time. Good. Inhale, draw the heart forward, baby cobra. Exhale, back down to the mat. Wait for your next natural exhale before pressing through tabletop, tucking the toes, and finding downward facing dog. And for the sake of brevity today, I'll just say, flow through a vinyasa of your choosing going forward. And that might mean taking some time to hang out in down dog or child's pose, cat cow, or this little flow we've just designed. Stretch through both heels, good. On an inhale, look forward. Exhale, slowly drop both knees back down to the earth. Good. Blanket under the knees at all times. If you feel like that would be beneficial, just pause and go ahead and do it. Step the left foot forward this time into your low lunge. Let the hips be heavy for a second. And let the spine grow up tall out of your pelvis, just as we do when we center. Hug the left hip crease back and in. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Good. You find the bell of your rib cage is dinging or donging forward. Draw the arms into a V and bring them a little bit forward. See if you can relax the shoulders down the back side of the body that way. Beautiful. Wow, I actually saw that on the computer. Slowly bring both hands down to frame your foot. Right hand on a block, a book, or whatever. Reach the left arm up towards the sky. We'll take a gentle twist. Really think about drawing that left hip crease in and back, keeping the hips as close to square as possible. One more breath in your twist, and slowly come back down. And we have an option to flow through a vinyasa of our choosing, if that's moving through plank to chaturanga, cobra, and then back to down dog, do so. If it's a couple rounds of cat cow, just listening to what your brain is craving right now. What's your body want? Well, usually my brain and my body want totally different things, but listen to one. We'll come to find a downward facing dog, wherever you are, finding your way there. Reach long. On an inhale, glance forward. Exhale, slowly drop both knees back down to the earth. Step the right foot between both of your hands this time. Low lunge on the right side. Let the hips be heavy. Throw the spine up tall. Excellent, excellent. Inhale, sweep the arms up and forward. Again, what's your ribcage doing? What's happening? You ringing your bell? Draw the arms forward. Relax the shoulders down the back side of the body. Let the spine be upright. Check in with your breath. Can you breathe into all parts of your body here? Your belly, your ribs, your chest. Slowly bring both hands down to frame your foot. Left hand on the mat or on a block this time. Reach the right arm up towards the sky for a gentle twist. Hug the right hip crease back. Good. And we'll come back down. Both hands on the mat. Tuck the back toes and step forward to find a forward fold at the very top of your mat. Good. Inhale, come up halfway. Long lengthen the spine. Wag your tail a little bit if you're like me. Taking a full body breath. Exhale, sink the hips and find your chair pose. Hands at heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. We'll check in with those ribs again. What are they doing? Do I need to bring the arms forward? Good. On your next natural inhale, press into your feet, rise up tall. Good. Exhale, hands to heart center. Woo! I'm hot and sweaty already. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands down on the mat. Step back with the left foot this time. We'll take a high lunge. If you're more comfortable in a low lunge, you can move that way. And for just a second, let your hips be heavy. Bend into the back leg. Make sure you've got plenty of space between your hips. And again, we're going to think about drawing the right hip in and back. Right knee balanced just above the ankle. So, whoop. Once you're here, once you're standing up tall, then slowly begin to draw the heel back and behind you. Good. Feel that engagement at the top of your hips, your hip flexors going, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Take a big full body stretch. Oh, this is yummy. Bring the hands down into our magic fingers where we're actively depressing both shoulders, pressing fingertips towards the floor. Bend the body on the diagonal. So if you can imagine, you've got this forward push of the head, the crown of the head moving forward, the heel of the left foot drawing you back, going long in both directions, coming from the very center of your belly, like a superhero. Slowly begin to straighten the right leg. Once you're ready, maybe hinge forward from the hips. If you feel more comfortable, more balanced, come onto the back foot. And just lengthen through the hamstring for just a moment. Again, hugging that right hip in and back, in and back. If you could heel it. Slowly bend once more into your right leg. Bring your hands onto your thigh to support yourself as you grow up tall once more. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll move to warrior two. Pivot the left heel back and down. Open the arms at a T. And glance just over the middle finger of your right hand. And take a moment. Check your alignment. Everything parallel, everything nice and strong. Where's your rib cage, my friends? Is it leaning forward? You imagine somebody has your left hand. It's just gently gliding you back. Straighten through the right leg. Slowly begin to pitch towards the front of your mat. So move to triangle pose. Rotate at the rib cage towards your left. And take the arms in a T down to your shin. If it's more comfortable, you could even have the left arm down the side body. Now's the part with a little bit of core. Can you pull from the left side of the body, reach the upper body up and out, right arm up and overhead. Good, reverse triangle. Taking a full body breath and exhale, bend once more into the right knee for reverse warrior. Inhale, back to warrior two. Good. I'm full of goods today, aren't I? All right, on your next exhale, windmill the arms down. Option to take a flow of your choosing. Whatever feels good. Your vinyasa, a couple of rounds of cat-cow. Oh my gosh. I know what my husband would do. He would just take this chance to do 10 push-ups. That's not good for my body. Wherever you are, we'll come to meet back in our downward facing dog. Inhale, glance forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Back to your forward fold. Good. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, sink your hips and find your chair pose. Hands at your heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Make sure your ribs are hugging in. Inhale, press into the feet, reach up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Plant both hands down to the mat. This time, take a big step back with your right foot into a high lunge. Bring your hands maybe onto your left thigh to begin. Let your hips be heavy. Don't worry about that back leg bending for now. Grow the spine up tall. Slowly begin to press the right heel back and away. And hug the left hip, that crease of it in and back. So you can imagine you have a belt or a string. Just pulling it. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. On your next natural exhale, pull the fingers down towards the earth. Allow the chest to be broad. And as we move towards our variation of a pyramid, if you feel more comfortable pivoting the back heel down, go ahead and do so. Again, peel that left hip crease in and back. Slowly reach the body on a diagonal. So the crown of the head is one long line. The heel of the right foot actively planted into the earth. Pressing, pressing, pressing in both directions at once. Slowly straighten the left leg and begin to hinge forward from the hips. Listen to where your body needs to stop. Finding that edge and then saying, okay, I will observe that. Back in the leg. Bend into the left knee one more time. We'll come to find our high lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. And as we move to warrior two, pivot the right heel down. Gaze over the left middle finger this time. Take a second to feel the alignment in your body. Does everything feel good? Straighten the left leg. Slowly begin to hinge forward. Rotate the rib cage towards the right side of your room. Open up into your triangle pose. And pulling from the right side of your waist, can you lift the body, hands through a T, left arm all the way up towards the sky. Woo! Inhale deeply. Exhale, bend into the left knee, reverse warrior. And bring the arms back to a T, warrior two. Good. Take a breath here. Recalibrate for a second. As we move down into our down to our mat, downward facing dog for just a moment. I think we'll omit the flow. Stretch long, bring both knees down to the mat, sink the hips, and find a quick child's pose. Take a moment, come back to the breath, come back to the breath. Excellent. Take a moment and making your way slowly. That your chest is upright. If you're comfortable seated on your heels, you won't stay there for long. I just want to make a cue. Ask everyone to either move towards a couch or pull a chair over. And obviously, if you have a couch, I'm pretty sure it's stable, but if you are using a chair, make sure you're safe. Make sure at least two of its feet, its front feet, are on your mat. That way it won't go sliding out from beneath you. That would make for a really fun video. All right, so facing your chair, facing your support system, we'll call it that. Step back, maybe 2 feet. Yep. We'll plant down through all 4 corners of the feet. Inhale and exhale. Allow the chest to broaden, the palms to face your support system. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, draw your hands through heart center, sink your hips down and back into your chair pose. Good. Take a big step back with your right foot. Pivot the right heel down on the diagonal behind you. And make sure there's plenty of space, so there's hip distance width between your heels. Might mean you need to hop your right foot out. Again, peel the left hip crease in and back. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Let everything face your support system. Face on, straight on. As we exhale, slowly send your magic fingers down to press both shoulders. Go broad through the chest, almost as if you could imagine you've got this big balloon heart. You're breathing in. Slowly rotate onto the ball of your right foot. And maybe play with sending weight into just your left leg. Maybe straightening your left leg and hinging the body forward as your right leg reaches up. Maybe it just rests there. Always knowing you've got a support system. So grasping with your hands if that's more comfortable. As we move here, can you think about keeping the hips level behind you? So again, balancing that tray of breakfast we always talk about. Reach long through the heels. Rib cage, pelvis, head, and foot all in one long line. Play with your balance. Slowly make your way. Right foot back to your mat. Ah, amazing. You did it. I see it all. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. As you exhale, open up into your warrior 2. So left foot facing your support system. Right foot pointed at the right side of the mat. Good. Reaching long. You're going to get the back side of you. And slowly take left arm onto your left thigh. Reach the right arm up and overhead if it's comfortable. As we move forward, take this right arm back down. Kind of hop the right foot in. Not sure if you can see that. Just hop, hop. So you can almost propel yourself forward off of your left leg. Good. Take your hand onto your support system, your couch, your chair, whatever. And slowly begin to lift right heel up to hip height. Good. So left leg facing the support system, hand on the support system, lifting that right leg up to heel height, or up to hip height. That's a fun one to do at home. Good. Excellent. Once you've had enough fun with half moon on that side, we'll slowly move. We'll all meet in a high lunge, left leg in front. Good. Reach up tall. Exhale, come back down, frame your foot. Careful not to bop your head. Plant the right knee onto the mat and send the left leg long. We'll take 2 more crunches on this side. Inhale for length. Exhale, curl the spine. Draw the left knee up towards your nose, up towards your chest, and send it long. And 1 more at your own pace. Plant the left toes and roll onto the insole of the left foot. Right hand secured. We move to a side plank on this side. The option of, again, rotating the right leg out for that kickstand or moving in from a high plank. So both feet extended long behind you, rolling onto the right arm. However you want to get there. It's up to you. You've got choices today. And take in one more breath, wherever you might be. Come back down onto your mat. And I promise, the last flow of the class. So take what you want from it. That's hanging out in child's pose, finding some cat-cow, moving through your vinyasa. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale. Step between both of your hands, walk up to the top of your mat, careful of your head. Inhale, come to flat back, hands on your shins. Exhale, sink your hips, find your chair pose, hands at heart center. Good. This time, take a big step back with your left foot. Pivot the heel down on a diagonal. Make sure there's plenty of space between the heels. Might need to heel toe towards opposite long edges of your mat. Draw the right hip crease in and back. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And take a breath. Slowly send both fingers, all 10 fingers, down beside you. Broaden the chest, that balloon heart. Holding up the air for us, good. And slowly, we'll come onto the ball of the foot first. Send the weight into your right leg. Play with kicking up that back heel. So keeping body and left leg in alignment. So almost like a scale. Imagine the scales of justice, not like a bathroom scale. Right. Finding your place, finding that place of security and strength, of expansion. Reaching long through the back of the body, from the belly. Reaching tall through the top, from the belly. Amazing. Excellent. Bend once more into the right knee as you bring the left leg back. Right. We'll pivot left foot down to the mat. Open up into your warrior two stance. All right. So move to half moon on our right side. Make sure you've got that chair, unlike me, on your mat where you're safe. That would be fun. Good. Slowly bring right elbow onto right thigh. Reach up and over with the left. Let's find a little length. Hop onto the ball of your foot. Maybe shorten your stance a little. You'll come to find support system with your right hand. Send the weight of the body into the left leg. And can you kick up? Again, left leg and upper body moving in tandem. Heel, heel, hip, shoulder and head. Whew. Wow, it's amazing. You guys are doing awesome. Slowly lower back down. Whew. And we'll come to meet in our high lunge. Hips, both sets of feet facing the front. Slowly lower down to frame your right foot in your high lunge. Drop the left knee, send the right leg long behind you. Good. Right leg long behind you. We'll do, what did we say? 2 crunches on the other side, we'll do 2 on this side. Exhale, curl the spine, knee towards your chest. And inhale, come back to find length. Exhale, curl. And back to side plank. We'll move to side plank. Either tap the toes down, roll onto the insole of the foot. Find your side plank, or you could do a full side plank, whatever feels good. Again, center of the belly, that life force, everything emanating from that point, from the belly button. Stretch long. Slowly make your way back down onto your plank. Drop your knees. Send your hips back towards your heels. And find a child's pose. Find 2 more restorative cycles of breath. Moving in and out. And slowly cool the bodies down. And back to our breath, back to that sense of softness. Make your way onto your back, however that's best achieved. And for the time being, I will say no blankets beneath the head. See if you can keep your neck supported, just on the ground. Bring both hands down the side body. March both feet in towards your seat. Once you're ready, inhale, fill the belly up. As you exhale, gently send the hips up towards the sky. They need not go all the way, or maybe they do. And we'll just find a little bit of release here. Right. If you like a full bridge, you could roll the shoulders beneath and clasp hands. Just reaching hands beyond the tailbone. Or if you're like me, like a little bit of spinal massage, lower down on the inhales. Lift back up. What's your brain need? What's your body need? And slowly lower. One vertebra at a time. Onto your back. Draw both knees into your chest. Maybe give yourself a little shake, left and right. Whatever feels good. A little love. As we make our way to the end of class, you're more comfortable resting in Shavasana on the ground, just with legs extended. Feel free to set up if that's how you like it. Otherwise, I'd like to offer the use of our support system, the use of the chair, the couch, and we'll just simply achieve this by, again, making sure that support system is right up onto our mat, or we've moved our bodies towards the support system. Place both legs up on the couch or onto your chair. Anything that's going to elevate your knees and your ankles. And slowly lower back. Wiggle yourself into a place of comfort. Making any adjustments, any final movements until stillness feels good. That's right. And for just a moment, you can come back to the breath. You check in with yourself and maybe see how you're feeling different from the beginning of our class. Maybe the body's a little warmer. Maybe the thoughts are a little bit more clear. Maybe the breath is a little bit more labored or noticeably softer. But just acknowledging these subtleties, these differences. It's a way of honoring your practice too. Maybe glancing down through the body, the feeling of the head on the floor, the space in the neck, the feeling of the center of your heart, feeling of the breath moving at the sides of your waist and in your belly, of hips being heavy on the earth, thighs and shins supported wherever they might be. And just checking in, thanking the body for being there, for being this wonderful vessel that allows our practice. Thanking the mind and the spirit for showing up as well. Thanking yourself for making you a priority. And as we come to breathe, maybe deepening, maybe softening the breath as we go. Inhaling joy. Breathing out compassion. Slowly begin to come back to the breath. Back to deep inhales and deep exhales. Back to a sense of awareness in the body. Wiggle fingers and wiggle toes. Roll through wrists and ankles. And when you're ready, gently draw both knees deep into your chest. Give yourself one final embrace today. Roll onto whichever side is most comfortable. Using the strength of your arms, press yourself into a seated position, wherever that might be. If it's best on a chair, on your mat, take a cushion once more beneath your seat. We'll come together. Take in one more breath. Hug shoulders up to your ears and exhale, relax everything down. Oh. Bring your hands together at your heart center. And if it's in your practice today, perhaps bow the head, close the eyes, find a little peace, a little comfort. Come back to your intention. Thank you so much for letting me be part of your practice today and for being a part of mine. It's always so humbling and so gratifying to be able to be here with you. It's a great day to be right here, right now. Namaste.